Hello everyone and welcome back to Mount Moon TCG. Today's video we're going to be taking a look at the 2018 Worlds kind of format. We got Vikavolt versus Buzzwole Lycanroc. And you can see the deck lists are right there, ready to go. So here are the rules here, coin flip, whatever and whatnot.
Yeah.
Go first, you can play supporters.
Yes, that's the main thing, is going first, you can play a supporter.
Yeah, I love that rule, but I can understand why they changed it.
Yeah, it's been, more than 3 years with this rule now, so...
Right, because the rule started in the Sword and Shield base set.
Yeah.
So I'm on the left, Chris is on the right, and Chris, you're playing the dreaded Vikavolt.
Yep, it was one of my favorite decks from this era. Took it to a lot of League Cups. It got popular after Madison Regionals, I want to say.
Yes. I hate Vikavolt because it was the deck that just always seemed to get the turn to Vikavolt and just beat me. And then when I try to play it, I could never find the Vikavolt. I'm like, what is this garbage?
Yes.
So great start for me. Start the Buzzwole. I drew the Beast Energy.
Yeah.
And the Beast Energy adds 30 more to Ultra Beast's attacks.
And it's a rainbow energy as well.
It's a rainbow energy, but you can only play one of a Beast Energy in a deck.
Yeah, it's a Prism Star card, just like the Diancie Prism Star, which adds 20 damage to your fighting Pokemon's attacks.
Yep. The Buzzwole also has the Fighting Fury Belt, which increases basic Pokemon's attacks by 10, and then it gets 40 more HP.
Yes. Yeah, there was Choice Belt during this time, but if you're playing a basic deck, and Buzzwole already has so many other ways to add damage, you might as well just get that little bit extra HP.
Right. So, familiarizing myself with the deck, I played the Ultra Ball, discarding Professor Sycamore and Buzzwole to get a Rockruff.
Yes, there were a few different Rockruffs during this time, but they were all basically the same. This is, 70 HP 1 retreat, that's the big thing.
Yeah, I believe the other Rockruff did have 60 HP.
Yeah, but it could
It could hit for 1 energy. I can't remember what it did though.
Yeah, or it was prevent your opponent from retreating for 1 energy, something like that.
Maybe, I don't fully remember.
Oh.
Yep, there's my Sycamore. Remember, I can play supporters turn 1.
Oh, there's Choice Belt in there too. Okay. It just plays more Fighting Fury Belts.
Yep. Venture Remory, that's going to be Artillery later. And we'll talk about that later.
And that's a lot of supporters. I think you have 4 supporters in your hand.
Yeah, not much you can do with it. Sadly, I can't attack.
Nope.
Now look at you, top deck the Grubbin.
Well, I had the Lele anyway. So Lele is when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it into your hands, like the Minion.
Yep, Minion V.
And then I play Bridget, which lets you search your deck for 3 basic Pokemon that are, or 1 basic Pokemon EX.
Yep.
So I'm grabbing 2 basic Pokemon and a Pokemon GX, which is legal.
Yeah, this was before they had added the whole rule box thing in current format. But yeah, if they would have had that, you couldn't have gotten Tapu Bulu, not Vikavolt. Yeah, put that on the bench. People realized, oh my god, Bridget is so good now.
Yes, it is. Yeah, this was kind of the last gasp for Bridget.
Yeah.
Attach 1 energy, and then the first attack is just Horn Tap for 30. Nothing too exciting, but
yay.
Chip damage.
Let's see here. Guzma, Cynthia, not Research, Professor Sycamore, same thing. Professor Sycamore's Professor's Research, which is Professor Juniper, Professor Oak.
Yep, it's all the same.
Pretty much.
So the first attack on the Buzzwole is 30 damage to the active Pokemon, and then you choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to do 30 damage to it as well. It's a great way to set up multi-knockouts and soften up Pokemon on the bench.
Yep. And then 3 energy does 160, and then this Pokemon can't attack during the next turn. And then the GX attack for 3 energy, does 40 times for each of your remaining prize cards.
Yeah, so earlier the better.
Yep. Good early game attack when you don't want to use Knuckle Impact.
Mm-hmm.
So I know this turn I do take a while because I'm kind of thinking here. So I'm trying to think if there's a way I can knock out. No, I can't knock out Bulu.
Yeah, if you would have had a float stone or something like that, and you hit off the max elixir, you would have been able to.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with a max elixir. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck. Attach a basic energy card you find there to a basic Pokemon on your bench.
Yeah, so it's similar to Electric Generator, but that's 2 and 5.
Yeah, so a little bit better and a little bit worse.
Yeah, to any of your bench Pokemon?
Electric Generator was only 2 electric, I thought.
Electric Pokemon, yeah.
It might be.
No.
I'd have to look at the wording. And of course, I played the Guzma supporter, which is bring up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active, and then you switch one of your bench Pokemon to the active. So it's an escape rope, but you choose what your opponent brings up.
Yeah, it's a boss plus a switch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think I'm going to Jet Punch here, knocking out the Grubbin.
Yeah, you're doing
30, 67.
100 damage, I think.
30
or 90 damage.
Yeah, well, 30, 60 with the Beast. Yeah, plus the Diancie and the Fighting Fairy Belt is 90.
Mm-hmm. So I attach a Choice Band right away. It does 30 more damage to GXs. And I have to Sycamore 2 rare candies away.
You gotta find that Vikavolt as soon as possible.
Not in this hand.
Yeah, if you don't, it's not looking good.
Got a couple ends. I have a supporter for next turn. I've got a Rescue Stretcher, which there's no Pokemon in there. Well, there's a Grubbin, but I don't need a Grubbin.
No. You got 2 on the bench. I think you're fine.
Mm-hmm. And I have an Ultra Ball. So I can at least search for the middle evolution, the Charge Bug. Yes, and this deck plays Grass and Lightning Energy, even though the Tapu Bulu only needs Grass Energy.
Right, because the Vikavolt ability is get a Grass and an Electric Energy from the deck and put it onto one of your Pokemon.
Yep.
Or can you spread it?
I don't remember exactly. Well, it'll show up when we get to it.
Yeah, it'll show up when it shows up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, grabbing Charger Bug. It's a Charger Bug.
Got 3 retreat costs on that thing. It's just...
just for a bug that looks like a bus.
It's supposed to look like a battery.
Oh, I always thought it looked like a bus.
I mean, yeah, I can see that too.
With a door in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing there. 30 more damage.
60 with the choice band.
Choice band, choice belt. Same thing.
Oh, I gotta work around your Fighting Fury belt, so.
Yep, because Buzzwole now has 230 HP.
Still got a lot of supporters in your hand.
Right. I'm pretty sure I used Cynthia this time.
Yeah, I don't see a Guzma, otherwise you would probably just Guzma up the Charger Bug and get rid of it.
Right. Since I don't, I probably could have got maybe Rockruff ready to maybe attack with Lycanroc later, but I'm like, let's take a knockout on the Bulu.
Yep.
Yeah, now play the Cynthia.
I mean, you could always draw into the Lycanroc too.
Right. And Cynthia is shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 6 cards.
I miss Cynthia.
I miss Cynthia too. Cynthia was a great supporter card.
I mean, nowadays we have like Bruno shuffle in and draw 7 if something got knocked out, but it's not the same.
No, Cynthia's good whenever.
Yep.
Just whenever you have a supporter card that's good, no matter what part of the game, it's just good. Not like End or nowadays Iona where it's like, oh, end of the game, this might be bad.
Yep. You drew a strong energy. Wow.
Yeah, bench the baby Buzzwole. For 1 energy, Sledgehammer 30 plus. If your opponent has exactly 4 prize cards remaining, this attack does 90 more damage.
Yeah, so you almost always want to start with the Buzzwole GX. Let that get knocked out, and then attack with the baby Buzzwole. Mess up their prizes and stuff like that. Take some easy knockouts.
Right.
You can even knock out a Lele with like a strong energy and a choice band and Diancie. It all adds up.
So I use the Absorption GX attack.
Mm-hmm.
Just to, because,
200 plus damage.
Right.
Oh, another blue. Okay. Yep, field blower, might as well.
Okay, I think if you didn't have the field blower, I don't think you could have knocked out the Buzzwole this turn.
Not without discarding energy.
Right.
Yeah.
And that would be kind of...
Oh, the field blower is choose up to 2 in any combination of Pokemon tool cards and stadium cards in play and discard them. And you can choose yours or your opponent's.
Wasn't a huge fan of that end.
I kind of needed to. I mean, you had like, what, 8 cards in your hand?
Something like that. I had the strong energy. That's what really made me upset.
Pretty sure this played 4 strong energy. I would assume it did.
I actually don't remember. I remember a couple of cards that the list played. Because my list was a junior...
Yep, champion.
Junior world champion?
Yes.
Okay, mine was the juniors world champion, and yours was like a masters, like, semi-finalist or something?
I don't know. It was some day 2 list I found.
Yeah. So,
or I might have mixed it up a little bit. I might have added some things that I like and just work with the existing list.
So there's the Vikavolt. You can attach them to your Pokemon any way you like.
Yes.
So you can spread the energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually it's... I mean, Vikavolt was also played in Rayquaza GX sometimes, because that required grass and lightning energy.
Yeah, Rayquaza... I think Rayquaza was in a semi-finalist list from Worlds of this year.
Yes. Yeah, we've covered that list, yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to think. I think before that there was like a... Not Rillaboom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been...
Oh, before Rillaboom?
I thought there was some... Was Rillaboom all we had?
Well, that was Sword and Shield.
No. What was the one before?
I thought it was just Vikavolt. There was like a Colossal too that did this.
I thought there was like a stage 2 grass type that worked well with or something. Or maybe I'm just imagining things. I don't know.
So I use Nature's Judgment to do 120 damage, and then if I discard all the energy attached to Tapu Bulu, it does an additional 60 damage, which is good for hitting numbers with Choice Band. It gets like Zoroark and such. But didn't need a discard, just did 120 to knock it out. Super Rod, which we have again. Shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck.
So here's where I actually screwed up. So I needed the strong energy to knock out the Tapu Bulu this turn, and I attached the fighting energy. That was my mistake.
Well, you didn't have a strong energy in your hand right now.
I didn't, but I had the Cynthia. It's like, if I can take 2 prizes here, I have to go for it. But I think I was also like, okay, maybe I can get, the B-string or something to kind of get going.
Yeah. Which this list only played 2.
Yeah, I only played 2 B-strings and 2 Max Elixirs, and I'm like, no. I like more, please. Yep, there's the Cynthia. And then you'll see... The reason why I think I attached the energy was I forgot about Diancie.
Oh, sure.
I always forget about Diancie.
Yeah, because you're doing 140 right now. Even if you get a Choice Band, it would do 170. Yep.
Yeah,
then plus the strong energy would be enough.
The strong and the Choice Band is what I needed. Yeah. But that's okay. It is what it is. Yes, Chris, Buzzwole's right there. Thank you for pointing that out.
I'm trying to think of... the Buzzwole deck plays one kind of random card. It's the Regirock.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see it, but it's an early attacker. It's like does 20 plus more damage if it has a tool attached to it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just another single prize attacker you could use early on before the baby Buzzwole was activated.
Yep. Evolve the Remoraid Troctillery. Play the Brooklet Hill. Brooklet Hill is search your deck for a water or fighting basic Pokemon put onto your bench.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Octillery is Abyssal Hand drawn to 5 cards in hand.
Yep.
Sounds very familiar right now.
Yes, it does.
With B-Barrel. Yeah, let's just fill up the bench. So I can draw more cards with Octillery.
Yep.
So I had the Choice Band. Now let's see. Let's see my sadness. Just Abyssal Hand. I don't know what you're waiting for. And there it is.
Oh, of course, it was the top card.
Yep. But again, I was just... Yep, fixing some confusion.
Yeah, I was asking how the Buzzwole got there, if it was from your hand or with the Brooklet Hill or not.
Yeah, it was from the hand. Yeah, if I had a Float Stone or... But I can't attach it to Buzzwole because, blah, blah, blah.
Yep, mm-hmm.
Because I misplayed. That's what I normally do. I misplay.
I don't know how many choice bands are in that list.
There's at least 2.
Yeah. Let's see.
So I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Lycanroc with the Ultra Ball, because Lycanroc has the Bloodthirsty Eyes ability. It's when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn. You may switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. Essentially a boss's orders.
That also sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's from... currently there's the Umbreon VMAX.
Yep.
But there's been so many Pokemon that's had abilities very
Luxray.
similar to...
Level X was the other
Luxray,
one.
Level X was a big one. There's been other ones. But yeah, I knock out the Vikavolt because I'm like, yep, let's knock that out.
I was fine with it because then I just keep my Tapu Bulu with all the energy on it.
You do, but I had to take a prize.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the Vikavolt doesn't play Max Elixirs, which some early lists that I was playing did. But you want to keep the energies in your deck for the Vikavolt.
Right. And then there's the Mew.
Oh yeah.
Which can use the attacks of any of your basic Pokemon in play. Still need the energy, the necessary energy.
Yeah, so it's a way to hit for Psychic weakness, which the Buzzwole GX is weak to Psychic. Yep. And it's a single prizer.
Yeah, and it's pretty good. Mew did see a lot of play around this time.
Yeah, you're going to use the Stadium just to look at my deck, see what's all in there, what supporter I want to play for the turn.
Yeah, because both players can use the Stadium.
Yeah, as long as your bench isn't full.
Right, it's similar to Nest Ball, where you can't play Nest Ball if you can't put a Pokemon on the bench. Yeah. Which I think Nest Ball was legal at this time, too.
Yes, it would have been, yeah.
And there's the Guzma.
Yeah, Lycanroc is weak to grass, so if I hit it with the Tapu Bulu, I don't have to discard the energy again.
Right. Put up the Mew because it has free retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one bad thing. I didn't want to evolve the Lycanroc, but I'm like, ugh.
You needed to take prizes that turn.
Right.
And if you didn't, you would have been 10 short on the Tapu Bulu to knock it out, and then...
And this is where maybe me saving the GX attack would have maybe come in handy last turn, because I could have used the Lycanroc GX attack.
Yeah.
Because it does 50 for each of your bench Pokemon.
Yes.
So I could have knocked out the Tapu Bulu last turn if I would have played it, better. But that's okay. It's been a while since I played, Buzzwole.
Right.
And it's like, how does this deck work again? I haven't played you in about 4 years. 4 or 5 years. Something like that.
Well, we played it. It was like one of the first... Oh, no, I played it the first time, I think.
Yeah, because I think you played it against You played Buzzwole against Zoroark Garbodor.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Alright, so now... you have Guzma in hand. That's why he brought the Buzzwole up. Baby Buzz up.
Yep.
Big on Mew, why?
Because that thing can one-shot things. At this point, it's like I can't not. If I hit a Tapu Bulu, I can't knock it out. You're just gonna switch.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, take a prize, try to take prize.
Yeah, the only other thing, you could have softened it up with the baby Buzzwole because it's got the choice band. It would have did like 80 or something like that.
And then another Guzma. So what I actually was knock out the Mew the correct play. I could, because I was like, I could have knocked out the Grubbin.
Yeah, but I already have the energy attached, so.
Yeah.
Either way, it's fine. You're getting rid of
an attacker.
An easier way for me to knock out the Buzzwole GX. I mean, yeah, you could have got rid of the Grubbin, because then I wouldn't be able to evolve and attach the energy to the Mew that turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I could always rescue structure the Mew back. Okay, so Jet Punch knockout. Alright, so this the Tapu Bulu plays 2 Skylas. It's mainly searching for rare candies when you need them.
But I think in this case, you're going to search for a Choice Belt.
Yeah, Choice Band.
Choice Band, yeah.
So search your deck for any trainer, search for a Choice Band attach, and then Nature's Judgment, 180 damage plus the 30 is 210, enough to knock it out.
You could also Tapu Wilderness.
No, that would have been 180, 10 short.
That's right, yep.
Yeah, so
my math is not good.
The GX attack on Tapu Bulu is 150 damage, and then you heal all damage from this Pokemon, so it's very tricky. You know, if you even if you would have damaged the Tapu Bulu, I could have healed it all off anyway.
Yeah, and there was a Beast Ring prize for me.
Yeah.
And Beast Ring is if your opponent has, what, 3 or 4? 3 or 4 prize cards. Look at your deck. Look at your deck for 2 basic energy cards, attach them to your Ultra Beasts.
Yep.
Which is like really good.
Yes.
And we didn't get to see him, so I'm kind of sad about that. But yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes.
There was only one turn where you could have played it anyway. It was, yeah.
Right, and it was too late after that.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate. But that's the way it goes. Alright everyone, that will do it for this video. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time here on Mount Moon TCG.